Hello Virgo, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, then welcome. I am Kay. I am an astrologer, a numerologist and a spiritual witch here on YouTube. So I'm here to bring you this month's monthly astrology for the month of July, what I see for the sign of Virgo. For Virgo, it looks like there could be a lot of clarity around your love life. It seems like your love life is the big focus, as well as your hopes and dreams and where you are going creatively. So as we start the month, the sun is going to be in the sign of Cancer. So if we look over on the right hand side, we've got a chart for the full moon day here. But before we get there, the sun will be focusing on your hopes, your dreams, your co-workers, your networks and your friendships. So where we've got number 1 and the arrow on the chart, this is where the sun's going to be in Cancer for you. And this is a really nice area of life. The sun's energy is about hopes, dreams, positivity, growth, health, vitality. So it could be that for some Virgo sun signs, this is a good month, or the start of the month is very, very good for what you hope for and what you dream for. The universe is certainly pointing you in this direction and supporting you to work on this. By the time we get to the full moon, which is here on the screen, we're going to have the full moon at 21 degrees of the sign Capricorn. And as we can see, the sun and the moon circled in pink. So we've got the sun on the right hand side at 21 degrees of Cancer. We've got the moon on the left hand side circled in pink at 21 degrees of Capricorn. This is what gives us a full moon, when we have these two energies in opposite signs and they are facing each other. Now what this can bring around a full moon is the need to make a decision, or it could be that something comes up and you really need to think about or decide on something because you have the sun and the moon in two different signs that see life so differently. So that's why you need to make a decision about something. And also you've got the masculine and the feminine with the sun and the moon, which is about balance. Now for Virgo, this is actually happening around your love life, around your dating life, around your creativity, your fun that you have in life, in your children, your 5th house. So where the arrow is in number 2 on the screen, you need to make a decision, or some of you could be pushed to make a decision or find some balance when it comes to your love life. Now what else is going on during the full moon is that, interestingly, we're going to have Pluto, which is the planet of transformation and change, form a conjunction and work with the moon. Where we've got the moon circled on the left hand side in pink, just underneath this there is a symbol that looks like a P. This is Pluto. So when we have a planet like Pluto, transformation and change, conjunct and work in unison with the moon, this is about a change of heart, basically. A change of how we feel emotionally, because the moon is a representation of how we feel. For you, again, this is going to be around, where I said your love life. This is going to be about, what it is that you're doing, who you're dating, how you're dating them, your creativity, your fun. It could be that you have a moment of clarity because there is some kind of emotional changes. At the same time, Mercury, the planet of thought, on the other side, by where number 2 is, he is going to form that same energy of a conjunction with the sun, and this will be in the sign of Cancer. So for you, this is around your hopes and dreams, your co-workers, your networks and your friendships, as mentioned before. So it is about finding some kind of balance. What are you thinking, Virgo? Is what the universe is saying to you. What are you thinking that will help you to find balance, and what are you feeling that will help you to find balance, particularly with your love life, dating, creative projects, your hopes and dreams, your co-workers, your friends and your associates. These are big areas for you. Final thing around the new moon, the full moon, that's happening this month, is we're going to have this Taurus stellium going on. So if you can see where we've got the energies circled in green. So a stellium is when we have 3 or more energies under the same sign. For this month, we have got Mars, the planet of determination, Uranus, the planet of unexpected change, and we've got the North Node, which is about direction. This is not a planet, the North Node is not a planet, it's just a point of the moon. So what the universe is saying is, where are you going? What's your direction? What changes do you need to make? And how are you going to be determined to get through this? Now, this is what the universe is saying to everybody. And where this will fall for your particular sun sign is around any trips that you may need to make, any situations, people, places, or things that are at a distance to you. And most importantly, this is the area of your views on life. This is the house of philosophy and how we think about life and how we view it. So over on the chart for you, for Virgo, where you can see the arrow and number 3, this is where that stellium in Taurus is going to fall for you. Taurus is an energy of the long term, of the future, and this is what makes the sign so important when we have a stellium, because the sign will give us an indication of what the universe is trying to say. So the universe is prompting us to take a long-term approach, a long-term, view of things, to build, to gain stability, to be serious about things, all the energy that Taurus vibrates with. So for you, as I said, your views on life. How do you feel about this? Where are you going with it? Higher education, trips away, any situation, person, place, or thing that's abroad or overseas or at a distance to you. It is basically kind of like the house or the area of life for the future. And this is where this energy is vibrating for you. By the time we get to the new moon, which will be at the end of the month, this month, on the 28th of July, at 6:55 p.m. GMT. This is my local time. It could be the same day for you or the day after. It does depend where you are in the world. We're going to have the new moon at 5 degrees of Leo. So over on the chart here for the new moon, you can see circled in pink, we've got the sun and the moon both at 5 degrees of Leo, and this is what gives us the new moon. Now, where this is going to fall for you is your area of life where you could potentially feel as though you are held back. So on the chart where we've got the number 1 and the arrow, this is where the new moon is going to be for you. So it's about your desires on a soul level, what it is you truly want. It's about your mental well-being. This is the house of mental well-being, and it often indicates or is the house of where or how we feel that we're held back, or a situation, person, place, or thing is holding us back. This house in this area of life also does represent any hidden enemies that we have. Now, when I say hidden enemies, these are situations, people, places, and things that we may have thought were, a friend to us or on our side, but really they've got an alternative motive. Now, this being a new moon, being about new cycles, it could well be for the Virgo sun sign that something comes to light. A situation, person, place, or thing that's been holding you back, or however you have felt held back, comes to light, and a new cycle can begin with this. It could be a really good time for this because of the area of life that it's falling for you. Now, with the stellium that we've got in Taurus, this is still here, circled in green, that hasn't gone away as we close out the month. So the universe is still urging us all to think about, as we move into August, where are we going with our direction? What unexpected changes do we need, or what do we need to do, and how do we need to be determined to get through this? And this is still vibrating where number 2 is in the arrow for Virgo. This is still vibrating around your area of life to do with how you view life, your philosophy, spirituality, situations, people, places, and things that are at a distance from you, or any travel that you need to make overseas or abroad. This is also the area of higher education, like university level. So this is not things like online courses or anything like this. This is like higher education where we're studying for degrees and so forth, but it also does represent higher education where we learn in life as well through experience. And this is also the house of publishing as well, so people who may want to create something can publish it. So this energy is here for you. So they are asking you, these planets and the universe is asking you to be serious about this, to think about the long term, to think about the future, because it's the Taurus energy and it's a stellium which is pointing you to this part of your life. Now, finally, before we close out, I just want to leave you with 2 things which the universe is showing us all. And this is an opportunity to heal something, an opportunity to go back and basically heal, because we've got Chiron, which is the asteroid of healing. He is going to form a retrograde around the 20th of July. And Chiron is that asteroid that deals with wounds, and where we need healing. And for the Virgo sun sign, he is actually falling in a financial house for you, but it's not your personal finances that you own. It's things like your debts, your taxes, property that you may share. This is the house of shared finance, basically. We own stuff, things are ours, but we have to either pay out for it or we have to share it with someone else, hence a debt or a tax or a property. This is also the house of death and rebirth. This is the house of divorce. And this is the house of the cycles of life, and how things fall away and they come back again. So it could be that for some Virgo sun signs, if you've had, financial difficulty, or even if you've been dealing with debts and taxes and so forth, or even property that you share, this could be a good month, or there could be an opportunity to go back and resolve anything or deal with anything in that area of life that you need to. And what's assisting you with this is the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is about luck, prosperity. He brings so much helpful energy, fortune and expansion to whatever he touches. And for you, Jupiter's energy is blessing this part of your life as well. He will be forming the same retrograde in the sign of Aries, and so he, along with Chiron, are bringing you back to this part of your life to experience maybe some kind of luck or fortune here this time round, and to heal anything that you may need to. So have a wonderful month of July, Virgo. I really hope things that go well for you, and that you get everything that you desire, and you experience some real positive energy. And I will see you in August for August's prediction. I'll see you then.